All right, guys, so I am fired up. Going to give this a minute for people to start popping on here, but yeah, I'm fired up for this group. I'm fired up to share any type of knowledge that I have with you guys, and hopefully this knowledge will be of benefit to you. But yeah, I'm just going to wait a minute here, wait for a few people to pop on, and then I'll start rocking and rolling with this. All right, looks like a couple people are jumping on, and looks like, hey, Elisa. All right, so when you're jumping on, just if you're willing, go ahead and just state hey, Lauren, just say hi and maybe where you're coming in from and who the leader is in this group that invited you on. So, all right, looks like people are jumping on now. So I am going to go ahead and just get started with this presentation. And so let's do it. Today I want to talk to you about, the reason that I got asked to be in this group. If you're not in my downline, you're probably like, who is this Keith Callahan guy? Like I haven't even heard of him, and the reason that Pat put this group together, and the reason that he invited me in here is really for the long-term vision and for the way that I build. And there's so many different ways to build this business, but I have this philosophy on building a business that lasts and building a business that is going to stay here whether or not you're doing the business. So if you take a year or two off, is your business going to still continue to grow? If you have if you have some things that happen in your business, if you have people that leave and go elsewhere, like there's just all types of different things that can happen. The thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to build a business that was recession proof. I wanted to build a business that didn't matter what was going on with Beachbody. Like I really wanted to focus in and build a business that the easiest way to say it was built to last. So that's what I'm going to really focus on today. Like, how do you build a business that lasts? And I'm going to paint the big picture for you. So over the next week, just know that I'm going to give you a lot of very practical, take back out there into the business world stuff. But what my job is over the next week is really to paint the big picture for you, paint a picture of what's possible in this business, and paint a picture that this is something that you can do. And I guess I'll start there because it's an honor to be in this group with the four other women that are doing this. So I know that both Pat and I really, we recruit the same way. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't have the recruiting skills that the women in this group do. And I want to share a stat with you. This will be the stat that helps you to understand that if you're not this massive recruiter, you can still be successful in this business. So one of the things that Pat shared the other day was that we have, when I say we, I always say we, my wife and I, we have 30,000 coaches on our team. It's fluctuating right around 30,000 right now. So 30,000 coaches, right? And that's an unfathomable number when you're first starting out as a coach. We also have over 25 five-star diamond and above coaches. And we also have over 600 lifetime diamond coaches. So let me just repeat that, because I want to make sure everybody hears that, and then I want you to hear the next number. So we have over 30,000 coaches. We have over 600 lifetime diamond coaches and over 25 five-star diamond and above coaches. Thumbs up or heart if you want to understand how we created that over a 6-year period. So here's the crazy part. I've only personally sponsored right around 130 coaches. Not last year, not this year, in the history of my coaching business. So we built a team of over 600 diamond coaches, 25 five-star diamond and above, and 30,000 coaches. But I've only personally sponsored right around 130 coaches. And the part that I'm going to share with you is how we went about doing that. Like, how's that possible? How do you build that type of business? How are you, because for most of us, the other day I saw, and another crazy statistic is the highest success club I've ever hit is Success Club 17. And there's so many coaches in this network that, again, I look up to the women on this call. I don't have the recruiting skills that they do. I don't have there's probably a lot of you that are on this getting trained that I don't have the recruiting skills that you have. So I want to share with you the philosophy that I took building this business. And it all started at a summit. So I was at a summit, and the first summit that I went to, and I was sort of sitting back, I was watching, I was intimidated, right? It's the first time going to a summit, and it was like, this is different, this is intimidating, this is like it's like Facebook comes alive, right? All these people that you look up to in this business and that you've been watching, now they're all there right in front of you, right? So if you get a chance at Summit, there's always like this special section where the top coaches sit, right? And I was eager, I wanted to learn. I wasn't in that special section yet, so I wanted to make sure I was one of the first people into the summit to be able to sit right behind where all the top coaches are sitting. And I noticed something, and this is where I set a long-term vision for how I wanted to build my business. So one of the most important things that I took from last night's call was Amy had mentioned that when she started this business, when she really got serious about it, she set a long-term vision. She set a 5-year vision, a 10-year vision for what she wanted her business to look like. And then she did the activities on a day-to-day basis based on that 5-year vision. And here's how it happened for me. How it happened for me was I saw a bunch of people getting recognized. I saw 15-star diamonds getting recognized. I saw the top 10 getting recognized. I saw top coaches getting recognized. And then I saw this little group, it was about 20 people at the time, and they were sitting at chairs that had black banners on the chairs. And I was like, that's weird. Who are these people? And the people that were sitting at these chairs were not 15-star diamonds. Most of them were not even 10-star diamonds at the time. And I hadn't really heard of a lot of them. So sitting on these chairs were Doug Fitzgerald, Tracy Morrow, Blake and Angie Warrington, Monica Ward, Robert Hudgens, Pete Pena. So a few of these are now 15-star diamond coaches, but at the time, none of them were. And what I learned was these were the coaches in the Millionaires Club. And I thought to myself, I was like, well, how come they're in the Millionaires Club and I don't know who they are? You know what I mean? Like the company was a little smaller then, and it was like, I didn't see Blake Warrington walking across stage. Like, what does this mean? What's the Millionaires Club about? And the Millionaires Club was once you reach cumulative earnings of $1 million. And I decided that I wanted to set that as my number one goal. So when I first started in this business, I set a 5-year goal to be in the Millionaires Club. We hit that within 3.5 years. And so we want to keep this. Patrick told me, you got to keep it quick, Keith. I'm like a storyteller guy and I can go on and on. So what I'm going to really lay out for you today over the next 5 to 10 minutes is how we went about building a business that got us into the Millionaires Club and how we went about, like, how do you build a team of 100 or 300 of 30,000 coaches, but only sign up 130, right? So the first thing is that I set that long-term vision right from the start. And I did this with a success partner, and we both set this as a goal. Like, we made it serious. We shook hands on it. We talked about it. Like, everything that we did from now on was going to be about building a business that supported that vision. So the first thing we did is set a long-term goal with it. And again, I'm going to give you, this was my plan, this was my layout, because I didn't have the skills that, I didn't have the recruiting skills, so I had to learn how to really build this business in a different way, really in an old school network marketing way. And the second thing that I did is I decided to focus on building an organization. So I decided that, and a couple things around this was, I decided that it was more important what my people were doing than what I was doing. It was more important that my people were getting recognized than I was getting recognized. It was more important for me to start a duplication process than to sign up another coach. So the things that I decided to focus on was, I wanted to build a team of teams. Very, like, this was the piece, and I have a lot of, again, I'll be honest with you guys, like, I am awful at everything in Beachbody except for this one part. So I don't want it to sound like I'm tooting my own horn or anything like that, but I've had a ton of leaders, a ton of top leaders, a ton of top 10 coaches, a ton of 15-star diamonds that want to understand this piece to building the business. And it was, I focused on a few things. It was building a team of teams. And what does that mean? That means that I wanted to focus on helping other people develop their team, helping other people build their team. I didn't want it to be Keith Callahan, my team name's the tribe, like Keith Callahan, the tribe, and you're a member of the tribe, and everybody that comes in is just a member of the tribe. And we have, I got dirt on my chin. So we have a team that, some of the people that have been with us for 6 or 7 years, they're a team member. They never went out and built their own team. But I wanted to help those leaders, those people that really raised their hands, those people that really stood up and said, I want this. I wanted to help them build a team. So I focused on building a team of teams. The more important than just building my team was building other teams, was helping leaders like Liz Hartke and Haley Christian and Tony Furtado and Nicole Jones and Jesse Vandenberg and Tanya Landis, like helping them to become a leader of their own teams. So if you're looking to build a big business, that's my number one piece of advice. And again, I'm painting the big picture for you, long term. You want to be a leader of leaders and be a team of teams. And so I just jumped into the second part. So it was a team of teams, and then I wanted to be a leader of leaders. If you want to know the recipe for having a business, so again, I started this on building a business to last. If you want to know the recipe for building a business that is 100% dependent on you, be a leader of followers. If you're a leader of followers, what happens is, if you stop your business, if Keith stops working, the business stops. If Keith goes on vacation, the business stops. If Keith I took a year and a half off to spend time with my family. And that's when we grew from like 15,000 coaches to 25,000 coaches, because we had this entire foundation set. So focus on, instead of becoming a leader of followers, instead of needing everyone to recognize you, to love you, to like your posts, focus on putting your people up. And a lot of you guys are just starting out as coaches. You need to get there yourself before you can help others do that. But that was the long-term vision, a team of teams, a leader of leaders. All right, here's the piece that you guys are probably waiting for. I'm probably going to get flack from some people on this, but I have to speak from my heart. I have to give it the way that I built the business and what worked for me. And again, before saying any of this, I wish I had the opportunity to recruit like some of the leaders in here. I wish I had the opportunity. I think that someday I might get to 15-star diamond, but I don't know. Like I just don't recruit enough coaches for that. So here was the skeleton on what I decided to focus on, and it was exactly how we built, and it was the piece that allows me to do what I want, when I want, with who I want, not just today, not tomorrow, but for the rest of my life. Like this business has totally hooked us up. It's allowed us to make millions upon millions of dollars and help hundreds of thousands of people with all of the customers that are in the downline and stuff. So number one goal is getting yourself to diamond. That's what this group is about. Number one goal is doing whatever it takes, making those sacrifices, get yourself to diamond. This group isn't about these trainings. What this group is really about is you put 20 bucks in to win the pot. Claim it. Put your stake in the ground. Crown yourself, right? Crown yourself king. Crown yourself queen. The most important thing you can do is actually win that pot. It's going to tie into part of the training that I'm doing tomorrow. But so here's your number one goal. Get yourself to diamond. Here was my number two goal. My number two goal was getting my spouse, my wife, to diamond. Right away. Get myself to diamond, get my spouse to diamond. My number three goal, next goal, was 2-star diamond. If you don't know this, the most important rank in this business for building long-term stable financial success is a spouse. And when I say a spouse, it could be a sister, it could be a parent, something like that if you don't have a spouse. But get your spouse to diamond, and then getting your 2-star diamond. Get to 2-star diamond. The reason that it's the most important goal, it's not because you start getting bonuses, it's not because you're recognized as a 2-star diamond, it's because you get to open a second business center. I'm not going to go into deep training on that, but if you don't know why it's important to open a business center, message your upline sponsor. They'll plug you into a training that'll get you there. So you get to diamond, you get your spouse to diamond, get your second business center open. Here's what I think is the next goal, and it's the big one. It's getting to 5-star diamond. Getting to 5-star diamond, you get to a different place within Beachbody. You get put on the wall, right? It's like when you get on the wall, it's literally you're starstruck. So you get put in the wall, and you get to interact with all these coaches that you've been watching. All these coaches. And I won't say much more about 5-star diamond. Here's where my business plan differs from a lot of people. And here's the piece that I've worked with a lot of coaches on making a shift. I personally believe once you get to 5-star diamond that I took the focus off building my business, and my next goal, instead of getting to 10 or 15 star, which I don't discourage anyone from doing, I'm just sharing what I did. My next goal was to build 5-star diamonds underneath me. This is the piece that was, whenever I do this presentation, it's very different than what most coaches are being taught. So the goal after getting to 5-star diamond was build 5-star diamonds underneath me. And these do not have to be personally sponsored coaches. Again, very different than what Beachbody's going to train you on and what you may have been hearing. The reason for this, and I was taught this, I had some amazing mentors when I first started in this business. They told me that if you build 5-star diamonds, this business will totally run away from you, and you'll totally lose control of it in a good way. Like it's just going to grow and grow and grow. So building 5-star diamonds underneath you. And what a lot of the coaches that I work with, a lot of the really higher level coaches on my team, what they've done is they've taken it another level and they build their 5 stars and then they slowly build up and rank to 10-star and 15-star diamond. Crazy thing that I had happen the other day. So understand this. There's nothing wrong with going for rank. There's nothing wrong with going for recognition. You have to go on what you thrive on, right? You have to go on what you thrive on. Rank and recognition, or rank, does not equate to income. Let me repeat that. Because you get 5-star diamond, 10-star diamond, 15-star diamond, that does not mean you increase your income. You will increase it because you get the bonuses. And here's the second piece. Never, ever, ever build a business to try and get a bonus. That is the biggest thing that will destroy your business. If you're trying to build a business to hold rank, what I've seen is someone will get 10-star and they get that bonus, and they want that bonus so bad, and now they spend the next year or two trying to hold that bonus, trying to keep these diamonds afloat. Here's another thing. You're going to have people that fall in rank. You're going to have people that fall in rank. The bonuses are just that. They're bonuses. Nothing more. If you get them, awesome. But I've watched coaches, they get to 10-star and then they try everything they can to hold that 10-star, and then they never develop any leaders, and their business is entirely built on them, and all they're trying to do is plug these holes. Rank is not, I'm not saying don't rank up, don't rank advance. It's awesome. Just don't depend on it for your income. So what we're talking about when you're building diamond and then spouse to diamond and 2-star, 5-star, and then the most important piece, building your 5 stars, you build a business that if your rank falls, it falls. It doesn't matter. You're going to get paid. And you're building a business that has leaders and it's pushed away from you, and it's going to operate with or without you. So that's the skeleton, guys. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about the actual things, the day-to-day stuff that I did when building this piece. And to be honest with you, I love training about this, but I also want everybody to understand that there's so many different ways to build. This is only the way that I've built. I believe that it's the safest way to build for long-term sustainable income. But I don't think that it's the only way. So just wanted to share that. Tomorrow we're going to get into the actual nuts and bolts of how we did it. All right. Much love, you guys. Peace. See you tomorrow.